Hang on a second. So I have a few outfits that I might want to change him into. I didn't even photograph him in this, and look how bright and like just vibrant he looks, right? Just some splash of color, a little pop of color on his feet. One of my favorite things to do. I love my beiges. I love my whites. As you can see, little Valeriana's here wearing her beiges and her whites. But, and I'm feeling like changing her name. I'm feeling like doing like gender neutral name for my girls, like gender neutral last names for my girls. And then, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just feeling it because I haven't really been buying as many dolls as before. And hello, Erica. Oh, I forgot my, hold on a second. I forgot my tablet so I can see people's comments because otherwise I have difficulty seeing what are we saying. But this isn't exactly like a fast paced live stream usually. So, because this is such a niche hobby, and we're gonna. So hello, Erica. Okay, so I'm just gonna wait for a few people to stream in, so you don't miss the outfit changes. You don't miss the chat and hear what I got to say here. Sit back, relax. Maybe we'll be on for an hour, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. I just love doing lives here. I'm not really doing too many pre-recorded videos. I know last week was like, or was it this week? Who knows what day of the week it was anymore. I think it was last week. The weekend was hella messy on this channel. Hella messy. The only people I feel like apologizing to is to all you gentle folk out there that for what it's worth, it's like there's no in between for me. You either love me or you don't, and there's nothing in between. And I have to give props to those people who know me, who trust me, who know what there is to love about me here. And these are the different, like, none of us are one dimensional. Sometimes we address things differently than other people. Sometimes I do it this way because I've actually declared 2023 the year that I'm not staying quiet about things anymore. And I do feel bad for the people that it assaults, my defending myself. And because, these are dolls and this is a doll community. So I get this is the hobby. I get that this is your hobby and you don't want to come here and be, surprised or made uncomfortable by like touchy interpersonal problems and subjects. But sometimes, like people call it drama. And I said it in my last, as a disclaimer of the last video that I made, the actually recorded video that I made, that I know you guys, it's easy to call things drama, but unless you're at the receiving end of it, you will never understand. You will never understand how it feels, how unfair it feels when somebody's lying about you and making up these outrageous lies that are so easy, that I could so easily prove wrong. So I do it because my ego gets the best of me and I do it. But I also do want to point out that I stay quiet about like 99% of the things that people say about me out there. People have made videos and there's these misrepresentations of my character, and the misconceptions that are being pumped out there. And whether somebody ends up taking their video down or not about what, about me. This is just me free flowing now, and I'm just prefacing. I'm not going to get into anything deep today, but I just want to say that, because I can't go from the last video that I posted without saying this. So even if they take those misrepresentations down about me because they've had a change of heart or they've understood it a different way, it doesn't matter. It already started a domino effect, where other people, the really vindictive and vicious people that have been part of my, my haters fan club for many years, will run with it, and they perpetuate the lies. And sometimes I think that people do make these types of videos where they, pump out a lot of misrepresentations about me or my friends, or make up stories about things that they said I've done or said or anything like that. And I feel like they do it on purpose because they're counting on those low lives or people who are just not so here, not here for the right reasons, to then perpetuate their lies. And that they kind of, even if they take down their video, they kind of like put their hands up. It's like, well, I took mine down, I can't help if somebody wants to, even if they're just, you know, perpetuating whatever lie or misconception or misrepresentation was put out there about you. So that's how it feels. I don't know if you guys have understand that. But that's just the way it feels. So let's see who's here. Oh, let me turn the chat on here. Oh my gosh, I left my glasses in the other room, so I cannot see very well. So let me just, I need like a huge, I'm looking at it from my tablet. So I did want to say those things, and then just move on with the dolls. There's a lot of still a little back chatter going on in the background noise. Like I said, I don't bring up like 99% of the things that actually swirl around here, because they're just background noise that are interpersonal things, right? So they're not worth constantly bringing up. But that's how it's gonna go. So I'm just grabbing, I think what I'm gonna do, they look so cute together. You have the artist for my Levi, her name is Alicia Rodriguez, and she is artist from Spain. It's doll and it's an art world, and this is just my opinion. I honestly feel like she is the best reborn artist out there. I'm gonna say it here and now. Of all my dolls that I have, I mean, they all photograph really nicely, and maybe also it's a little extra special for me because I just love this sculpt so much. The Levi sculpt is the pinnacle for me of this art form, of this sculpting. As far as sculptors go, I feel like everything about him was perfection, and he's just such a sweet face, such a gorgeous face, right? So maybe that contributes to my declaring this, but I just feel like her work is just my favorite. As far as the realism, what hits that little, what ticks the box for realism for me, Alicia just, this is to me the ultimate realism, and especially, and even in comparing with the other dolls that I have. The artist for this little girl right back here is Natalie Scholl. She's a wonderful sculptor as well. I really do love Natalie Scholl's work, although her work is far and few between. So she's not like producing at the same rate as, like, let's say, Laura Lee Eagles, or even more like Cassie Brace. Cassie Brace is like pumping them out, her sculpts, but she's doing it. She's doing it. She's about to come out with another baby. I have my eye on her. I think she's totally adorable. And once again, Natalie Scholl, if you guys have not seen this baby yet, the hands on that doll, the sculpt that she's working on right now, finishing up, I do not remember what she named. I think she named it like Everly something. Don't quote me. I don't remember the name. She has a name for the sculpt. I just can't remember it. But the hands on that doll are totally amazing. And hello, the Reborn room. The Peaches kit. Oh, that's how you, so you know what I'm talking about. The Peaches kit is incredibly popular. She has the most adorable chubbo cheeks. I think I used to think Ramsey by Cassie Brace had the biggest cheeks, but I think Peaches just outdone the cheeks. That she's a little chipmunk. Probably a lot of you guys watching here know Peaches. She's like so popular right now. The Peaches kit is very popular. I'm trying to think if I've seen Peaches done as a boy. The majority of the Peaches that I've seen, I can't even think of one that I've seen as a boy. So if you have Peaches as a boy and you're watching this, let me know, because I would be interested in seeing that. I get a very girly vibe from Peaches. And she's totally popular, so adorable. So I'm glad you totally understand what I mean, where I'm coming from with that. She's adorable. She's got them big cheeks. I'm moving away from the vinyl right now. I haven't had anything, although like I said, I'm still keeping an eye on hey Heather, I was gonna text you and then I have like a limited time, not too limited, and I was gonna text you and ask you if you wanted to come on live with me, but I didn't know what you were gonna be doing. And then, but anyway, next time I will. I'm thinking you and I should talk in private, and we'll pick like an official date, so it won't be impromptu, because you know my live streams, they're always impromptu, but I feel like we can pick an official time and date, and we can do, I really want to do a live stream with you here on YouTube. I think it would be a lot of fun, especially because you're an artist. So I will let you know that. I'm hoping we can do this sometime next week. So let me know. I'll talk to you later and let me know how your next week looks for you. But back to Peaches and how adorable she is. Oh, back to Natalie Scholl and her dolls that are coming out. And I was talking about this one. Natalie Scholl just has, her proportions are pretty good. They're pretty good. You guys know I'm just such a hoe for Bonnie Brown. I'm such a big fan girl of Bonnie Brown. I just love her work. I constantly compare sculptors. I can, because I'm the collector. I'm not an artist, so I wouldn't be doing that, um, otherwise. But I constantly compare the sculptors, and I have my few faves. But Bonnie Brown always is the bar. That's the comparison point right there, right? It's like I have to compare everything to Bonnie Brown's work and her sculpting. So that's where it's at for me. But we are going to change this little guy, although he does look cute. Yes, we will. We totally will. Well, let me know when you're available, because we can totally plan it, do like a little event thing, and we can fill it with content. We can fill it with all this great Reborn content. Okay, it'll be fun. I think it'll be fun. Yes, she says the Reborn room says, I love Bonnie Brown's work. Right? Love her work. So I've been kind of moving away, except for I'm keeping an eye on a few sculptors like Natalie Scholl and the baby that she's working on now. And I'm just kind of moving. Oh man, I didn't bring the socks. I'm moving away a little bit from the vinyls. I kind of I'm so hyper focused right now and concentrating on my silicone. I'm hoping I'm going to have a silicone here by March, maybe April. So it's not that long from now. I'm really excited about this baby. I may even be using one of my most favorite names that I've used in the past, because I kind of just want to take my name back. And I still love that name, and I want to change it back into being something good that I loved, not tainted with, anything else from the past. But I don't know. I'm considering a few names that I've used in the past, but there is one that's the front runner. So Fallen Angel says, I got some kits recently by Phil Donnelly, and holy crap, her proportions are phenomenal. With Phil Donnelly, I used to own, what was her name? Kifa by Phil Donnelly, and I really loved that doll. She was a nice size. And with Phil Donnelly, she does a lot of silicone too. And I always, I'm friends with her and have been since I started in the community on, well, you guys know, Facebook friends. Okay, I don't personally know her. I don't think she knows who I am. But Phil Donnelly was one that I watched. She always makes adorable faces, and she does nice hands and feet. And I like the fact that she also does silicone. That's another medium that she works in. She does silicone dolls. So I really love that about her. But I always I guess I don't get enough notification for what she's doing on Facebook or what she's working on. And I really wish I did. I wish she had a more heavy social media presence, or at least in my feed. do you know the sculptor Cheryl Weber? Do you know who she is? The name sounds familiar. Heather might know. Heather's been here longer than me. The name sounds familiar. Is she somebody who sculpts dolls? I think she's kind of an older sculptor, right? From back in the days. So I have a few options for this guy here. Let me just... and I'm thinking I might just, I'm gonna shift her out so that I can scoot some things over. We can do a little scooting. Scoot, scoot. Okay, so Fallen Angel says, or the Reborn Room says, I have one of her sculpts. Heather says, yes, I wish that she had more of a social media presence as well, because I had never heard of her until recently. So I got some of her newer kits and they are gorgeous. Holy crap. Yeah, she does. I had twins by Phil Donnelly and I cannot remember their names now. They were produced at the same time, like years ago, and they were twins. I just cannot remember their names. So I'm torn between doing this sweater. He looks good in green, right? Oh my gosh. Of course I decided to go live and now it's getting gloomy again. Let's scoot him up a little bit. There we go. And I was thinking of that sweater with these cream footed trousers, pantaloons. That way I don't have to really worry about socks. I kind of like the harsh, like the really punchy green on top, a nice heavy solid green knit. And then you have the same material, which is a knit also, in just a one solid color. So kind of like a color block. We're going for a little color block here. Hi, Mighty Bet. I'm definitely not selling the one doll. Cheryl Weber retired from sculpting a few years ago, but her kits were always so cute. Yes, I thought I've heard of her, but see, I'm not really familiar with, especially if they were like around, and you know, when I came on the scene here, like when I started in this hobby in 2015, the real prominent sculptors, I don't know so much how up and rising they were, but they were just the prominent and they were on the top of their game, were Bonnie Brown and Laura Lee Eagles. Nikki Johnston has some beautiful kits as well. I love Nikki Johnston too. She has beautiful proportions too, nice sculpting as well. So I was thinking this, it's kind of cool, nice and cool. We've been having some cool weather here, so we can do the knits. But then I wanted to put on something that I haven't put on any of the babes for a while. And I have these really gorgeous side tie sweaters that I got years ago, handmade. And I was thinking of that over one of my other favorites. And it's this little pumpkin patch, or what do you call them now? What is it called? Pumpkin patch and newborn. It's like has the light grays and soft color, soft beige and like a cream color, and just putting the sweater over that. And then I could do the gray socks, but I think I actually pulled, hold on, I thought I pulled some different socks out for this. I have these. I don't think we can figure out the socks after we put the outfit on. But yeah, I think I'm feeling this nice and cozy, soft. Were these it? I don't know if those were it. Oh, I hate when I do this. Like I thought I had everything ready this time. I was like, I'm gonna be more ready. And now I know I had different brown socks to go with that. Do you know which twins I'm talking about? One, I believe one was sleeping and the other one was awake. They were really cute. So I think I am going to go for like the jammies, the nice soft. It's a coverall long sleeve. I don't always like to do long sleeve underneath the sweaters, only because sometimes it's hard to put the long sleeves, but we're gonna make, oh my goodness, he's so gorgeous. I love Matthias. You know, I posted on my wall the other day that like you can't really have a favorite when it comes to children, but you certainly can have a favorite when it comes to reborn dolls, because they're not real. They're just not real. So I could say I have a favorite. Oh my gosh, I have to show you something so cute. Two cute things before while I dressed him. So I got this for Sagan. It's still winter. I'm gonna put this on her. I'm just waiting for something else to put it on with her, you know, for her. Look at that. Is that not so cute? It says Hot Cocoa Crew. I think it's just the cutest thing. And the last for Christmas, she had a similar sweatshirt, you know, bubble romper thing going on, and she's gonna wear these. She's gonna wear these soon, I hope. Just waiting for something. I like to like build outfits and style them. That's called styling. And then I got this also for Sagan, or for Jordy, my Maddie. So this one, Hi My Little World. So this one here is a sweatshirt. Now I ordered this in 3 to 6 months, but I really think that even he could probably get away with it. It seems a little bit small, so it's going to be kind of a fitted. Well, it looks kind of baggy on him right now. But I got it for Sagan. Now, she can get away with a lot of things that are 0 to 3 months. This is my Millicent by Ping Lao, and she's like a toddler-esque kind of doll that people would probably think, oh gosh, she wears 6 to 9 months. But in most outfits, like especially bubble rompers that are short sleeve, she can get away with 0 to 3. But I got her this sweatshirt. I also have the cutest, well, I'm not going to tell you guys. I'm just going to have to show it to you when it gets here. So I also got her this sweatshirt. It's so cute. And it has little rain boots or Wellingtons or wellies. Yeah, I love that. Jordy could probably get away with it too. See, I love rain themes. I'm not like huge on rainbows. This one has a rainbow, but I mean, it's not like my like favorite thing. It's usually the umbrellas or the rain, like clouds, rain clouds and stuff that I'm attracted to. And I have other clothes that also has these little rain themes or umbrella themes. The back of this as well. If you guys can see that. So, but yeah, Matthias is my favorite, my all-time favorite. When I buy, everything I buy is usually with him in mind, nobody else. I always think first, will it look good on him? And if it goes nice on the other ones, it's not that I don't like them. They're all beloved and I have no urge to sell any of them. But he's just my ultimate dream doll. Oh, I know, it's like that. YouTube is so bad. It's not notifying anyone these days. I definitely have a favorite of my reborns. Yeah, it's okay, right? Because they're dolls. Tracy says, good day to all you all and hope all is well. Hello, Tracy. Hope I didn't miss anybody else. Yeah, so which one's your favorite? What's your favorite, guys? What's your favorite sculpt at the moment? If you had to narrow it down to 2, what are your 2 favorite sculpts? Doesn't matter what size they are. What are your 2 favorite sculpts? I don't know what diaper he has on. He's my ultimate dream doll too. Yeah. Levi, really? I know, isn't he just he's just gorgeous. Um oh, thank you, Tracy. My dream baby would be a Will by Natalie Scholl, painted and rooted, very similar to Matthias. Ah, do you have him? Do you have? I love that. I love Will too. In fact, when I first started finding reborns, like in 2015, I was this close to actually buying a Will. I was very, very close to buying a Will. I love his expression, like his face and his eyes. If you guys don't know what Will looks like, look up Will by Natalie Scholl. Just Google it. Those are the most realistic peaky eyes of all the peaky eyes that I've ever seen on any. I don't know if too many people do them very well, but of all the peaky eyes that I've seen on any sculpt, Natalie Scholl's Will has the most amazing expression. Even his lip, actually, to me, his lip is a little bit similar to Levi's, except for he definitely is Bobby's son. I mean, I think Levi looks a lot like Bobby, and it's those juicy lips. Those juicy lips. Will has similar little sucky lip that I love. But right up there, Natalie Scholl is one of my favorite sculptors too. I'm glad that she doesn't come out with a bunch of dolls either, because I don't know, I would be going crazy trying to buy so many. So Bonnie Brown made my head spin. Everybody, I'll have to tell you guys, everyone's favorite doll of mine that I have in my family, like my family, you know, supports my hobby, whatever. They don't care. They don't unsupported or support it. They just like, they're okay with it. But everybody's favorite in this house, in my household, is my Maddie by Bonnie Brown. They cannot get over it. My dad especially, he literally, I'm gonna have to tell you guys a story. It's kind of embarrassing. I can't believe he did this to me. He will take pictures of her. Like if I have her out and she's sitting in like a chair because I just did a video or I just changed her or something and I am taking pictures of her, he will go and take his own pictures. He has his own pictures of Jordy, which is my Maddie by Bonnie Brown, on his phone. And he shows people and he shows me, he's like, do you guys want to see this? Because I did send a picture of my own daughter to the artist that painted my Maddie. And, you know, she did her pigtails. Her hair was a little bit darker. It's kind of lightened, but it's okay. I still named her Jordy. She put little freckles on her, gave her the brown eyes, just like my daughter. Because I think they had similar chubby face. The Maddie has like a similar chubby face to my youngest daughter. So even her namesake is similar to my daughter's nickname. So my dad is just like besotted with that doll, with Maddie, like just completely. And he takes his own pictures. So we went out to, what was it for? I want to say it was for, no, what was it for? It was for one of my daughter's birthdays. No, what was it for? Okay, it was an occasion and I can't even remember what it was anymore. But we went to go eat Peruvian cuisine. My mom had made reservations at this nice Peruvian restaurant. They had the whole back room for all our family and the little party that we were having. And we were all eating dinner and everybody started showing pictures of their kids when they were little and talking about, oh, I remember when she did this. And I think it was one of the things that we did for my daughter's 21st birthday. That's what it was. So that's why we were talking about kids. And I'm showing pictures that I have saved on my phone of my daughter. I'm like, this is what she, you know, what she looked like. And then her boyfriend's mom was there. My daughter's boyfriend's mom was also there. We're really good friends. She popped out some pictures of my daughter's boyfriend, you know, her son, and we're sharing, and my dad's literally sitting next to me, and they know about the hobby too, they know about the dolls, but my daughter's boyfriend's mom's sitting across from me. She doesn't know about it, I don't think. I haven't told her. I know her son knows, and my dad pops out his phone and starts showing everybody a picture of my doll. And he's like, look at this cute baby. And I was like, Dad, I was like, put that away. I was so embarrassed, but nobody knew what he was showing because I didn't let him get to there. But he did pop it out. I was like, you're not showing anybody that. I'm not ashamed of the dolls per se, like, or of the hobby. I just want to keep it for myself because as we've talked about so much on this hobby, and people have these little talks and discussions and talk about the hobby and, and your family and the hobby and friends, and how much of it do you reveal to anyone. I like to keep it on I have a short list of people that I share this with in my family. I don't want everybody knowing, because and then like I just don't feel comfortable. Let's just put it that way. I just don't feel comfortable sharing it with everybody, because and then it starts a whole thing of question. Everyone starts to ask questions, and I'm not in the mood. Maybe you'll catch me in the mood to explain. Even when I take my dolls out on occasion, when I've done outings with my dolls and I've had a doll like in a carrier, most people think it's real. And I don't even correct them, because I don't feel like getting into a discussion about, oh no, this is fake and I collect dolls and this is a Reborn hobby and a Reborn. I don't feel like doing that. I know that there's people that like to be all out there and they're extroverted about the hobby. I'm not. Yes, I have a channel, but I'm not like extroverted about the hobby. I just want to keep it to myself. And in light of things like my last video and things that happen here on YouTube strictly, okay, I'm going to just say most of the toxicity is here on YouTube. In light of those things, like, yeah, it especially makes me more reserved about what I do with the hobby, off of YouTube, or how many people I let in. And it's my prerogative, and I think it's anyone's prerogative to decide who they share what with. So my dad did that at the table. I was like, put that away. And he was like, what? She's cute. But he's like, he totally loves this doll. Every time he sees her, he's like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. He takes pictures of her. He thinks she's so cute. But it's funny. You just never know who in the family is going to be. And everybody just thinks she's adorable. Everyone thinks. It's not just my dad. It's actually everybody. So that's everyone's favorite. They don't really pay much attention to my newborns. They're always like, oh, they don't get like all, oh my gosh, she's so cute. Nothing. It's always the bigger dolls that they get more, excited, vocally excited about, or curious about, and want to see them. Maybe the bigger ones actually look more dolly and less like, I don't think I'd be able to get away with taking any of my bigger dolls out and people think, oh, that's a real child. So I think with the newborns, especially sleeping ones, you get away with that more if you're out in public, or people see them. So that's my story about my dad and his thing with the pictures of my doll on his phone. Let me read what you guys are saying. Fallen Angel says, as an artist, I cannot narrow down a favorite sculpt because I fall in love with everything that I paint. I have a blank will. I have a whole stash of Natalie kits because she's my favorite sculptor. Oh, okay. I just finished Bailey for myself. I love Bailey. That's what I'm talking about. Natalie Scholl's faces, they're just so beautiful. These babies. Nothing against Laura Lee Eagles. I love Laura. But I feel like Laura's faces look very similar. And there's a few artists like Gudrun Legler. I also feel like her limbs, well, sometimes her limbs are the exact same. I'm not knocking them for this. This is just me giving you guys information about what I've learned about different sculptors and their way of working and their way of sculpting and what they produce and stuff. But I tend to find a lot of Laura Lee Eagle faces to look very similar. And then you have Gudrun Legler, who repeats limbs. And then you have, well, there's other artists as well, but then one of the things that I like and I feel special about Bonnie and artists like Natalie Scholl, and I feel like they tend to sculpt very unique faces. Every baby has a different face, and I like that. There's no similarity unless you're looking at proportions, or yeah, that's a great hand, those are great feet. I tend to just be attracted to the Bonnie and Natalie Scholl dolls too. So Natalie Scholl is one of my other favorites. Love her dolls. And Bailey is just gorgeous, very unique, adorable face. Oh, see, I have to take a good look at Bailey. There's been times when I've wanted Bailey, but it's Bonnie Brown has always tempted me away from all other. I still want a few other Bonnie Browns. I do want Chase. But I'm slowing down on the vinyls because, like I said, I'm focusing more on some silicone. but one day I'll probably maybe get my chase done. I'd love to see Will's feet. Oh, I remember what his feet. He's got like the spread toes, right? Yeah, my dad. He's adorable. He is funny. That was just cracking me up. And he does it so much though. That's not the only time he's done that. Like we've had when somebody comes over, and I don't know, not all the time when someone comes over, but if when somebody comes over, then somehow it'll come to the topic of, do you want to see my pictures of my doll? Okay. And I'm always like, stop it. Like, stop trying to show people pictures, his own collection of pictures. Um, Hi, Vivian. I hope I haven't missed anybody here. Erica says, my favorite sculpt is Charlotte by Laura Lee Eagles, Gabriel by Eva Briel. Oh, Gabriel is beautiful. I think it's the prototype that I've seen that, and I can't remember who did it, but there's somebody who owns the prototype of Gabriel that is absolutely gorgeous, just gorgeous. And Charlotte is adorable little peanut. Oh, do you mean like the newborn Charlotte or like the 11-month-old Charlotte? Big Charlotte or little Charlotte? Tracy says Levi. Levi is her favorite. Let me see. That's the cutest story. It's the most embarrassing, but Katie already knows that story. As I tell it all the time. I'm like, she's showing pictures of my dolls again. Fallen Angel set and when you have known family members that follow you on comments and support you, they get contacted by people who hate you, which is weird. Yeah, that true story, you guys. That's the toxic part of like Reborn community on YouTube. When I'm not as open anymore as I used to be, because there are people on here who have, looked up my daughter on Facebook to find pictures of me that they can screenshot and save for their little weirdness, whatever weird thing they're doing when it comes to me. So I try not to really like be so forthcoming with all of my personal stuff or my family, and So yeah, because there are some weird people in the that are in this community. Fight hate ass is asking. No, I am not changing my name back. My name is staying Reborn Higa. I never correct people either. Yeah, I just don't correct people when I'm out in public. I don't feel like getting into a big long discussion with that. I'm doing it as my own little fun thing that I'm out with my dolls, so, and nobody knows. Yes, and I think Natalie's sculpts are the most beautiful feet. But yeah, I totally agree. Some sculptors, all of their kids usually kind of look alike, versions of the same child. Yes, versions of the same child, yeah. On top of the versatility, I think that most versatile sculptor in this entire community, hands down, is Doris Hornbogen. I don't know how to say her last name, but I know who you're talking about. None of her sculpts look the same remotely. Doris does do a lot of silicone, wait a minute, I'm thinking, hold on, let me think for a second, because I don't remember if it was her website. For those of you who are new to the community, Doris, I believe, if I'm not confusing her with anybody else, she offers portrait silicone, full body silicone babies. So if you can show her, provide her like really good pictures with a portrait, she can do it for you at a price. I don't think it's very cheap though. But yes, Doris does some portrait. And I think she's really inspired. Something I like about Doris, Doris H, which I cannot pronounce her last name. Something I really love about Doris is that she does a lot of, I feel like she does the cultural thing, because she does a lot of artwork outside of sculpting the dolls. And I feel like she does a lot of the cultural things. Like I know she did like a sculpt or of a Peruvian, like that little Andinian girl that they found in the Andes frozen. She did a doll like that. Was that her? Yeah, that was her. She did a doll like that. I'm pretty sure it was her who did that. And I was really impressed by that. And I feel like she really tries to bring her passion for world cultures, and she likes to incorporate that into what she's doing here in the Reborn community and in her art that she does outside the Reborns in general. And then her dolls, her babies, I would like to say, I mean, I might be speaking out of term here, I don't know, but they always look like very realistic expressions, especially the one that I just saw that recently that she's working on. The creases, the scrunchiness of the face of that baby that she's working on right now, amazing. So very realistic expressions with like wrinkles and scrunches, and she's got the sculpting down really nicely. My little world says, oh, so Erica says it's newborn Charlotte, so it's the little peanut Charlotte, little one. Charlotte is absolutely adorable. I think she's one of the cutest little tiny babies. That's another thing, like with Laura Lee Eagles, Birdie has an adorable little realistic face too. And Charlotte, I just think she's cute because she's a little peanut. Isn't Charlotte though? That's her granddaughter, right? If I think it's her granddaughter. Let me see. Hello at Chenzar. Oh, hello. Hi, finally caught up with your live. Hello, everyone. Katie says that Doris, I can never pinpoint when she releases the new one. Also different. They all look very different. I love that. Shen's art says, seriously, I don't understand why people do this. I mean, it's like you get a reward by it. You get haters and bad reputation and all this stuff. So why even in the first place? What? All things bright and beautiful. Hello and welcome. Oh my gosh, you're up late, or hi, I'm so glad you're here. Oh, scammers are the worst, Chen's art. Yeah, you know, the community is so saturated with scammers. It's sad. I just had to kick a scammer out of one of our groups today. I just don't even know how they got accepted into the group in the first place. I'm very diligent about checking scammers. I don't know, sometimes I feel like there's just an overwhelming amount of people asking to join the Facebook groups that some may slip in, but I definitely caught a scammer today. So, and I only like private groups. Oh, about the haters. Okay. I was like, wait a minute. Cause sometimes it takes me, Chenzar, a while to catch up with the comments and I'll forget what I just said like 5 minutes ago or 3 minutes ago. So forgive me for that. Yeah. I was like, okay. Yeah, I don't, seriously. Okay. So let me read that again. Seriously, I don't understand why haters do this. I mean, it's not like you get a reward by it. You get haters and bad reputation and all this stuff. So why even in the first place? Yes. I don't understand why one of my haters wants to like insidiously, like continuously use my channel name and that I've had established for a long time, and why they want to continue using it on Instagram. I mean, I know why they're doing it, to get under my skin, and also, you know, I don't know, just kind of tainting my whole Reborn Higa thing because they want to insist on doing this Higa thing with themselves, when I just don't understand why they can't just find their own way and their own identity and their own niche thing that they discovered for themselves, you know, that they brought to the community for themselves. Just be creative. You don't have to impose yourself on somebody else's niche that they brought into the community. So I just don't understand it. You did? Yeah. Oh, they changed names. That's what I was thinking. Maybe they just slide in there that way. So let's start getting this guy dressed. So we're going to put this pumpkin patch. Would this be considered vintage by now? If it's like, let's see, it's about 8 years old. Oh my gosh, no way. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. It's almost 8 years old, this little sleeper. It's one of my faves. I know that this type of like jammies or color scheme are like easy to find now. Like you can find them on, you can look for something similar like at Jamie Kay or Quincy May or Finn and Vince or any of those like organic like shops that are now have. But back in the day when I bought this color scheme was just really hard to find. The majority of things that I was seeing myself here on YouTube when I was watching other channels, it was always disclaimer. I have to give a disclaimer here. It was always Carter's, and Carter's tend to have a lot of bright, you know, whimsical colors. Back then, I don't know. I think they're also trying to do some of the trends with the beiges and the knits and stuff. So that's, you know, all right. But back in the day, it was really hard for me to find this kind of look. But yeah, this one is 8 years old and still holding up. But I only use it on babies. So when I bought it brand new, I sold most of my pumpkin patch things, and now this store no longer sells here to the US. But this was one of the, I think I only have 2 things left by pumpkin patch. This is one of them that I've kept. It really, I feel it's soft. The colors are soft. It looks very realistic to me. I only wish now I would have bought 2, kept one in a bag forever. Because this is one I just don't ever want it to fade. I did wash it with Oxy, some stuff that Katie recommended to me, Oxy something washer. I soaked it in it and it brightened it up so much. Because even if you're not using it on real babies, organic materials, it's an organic material, it's still going to get oxidized and whatnot. I mean, he looks cute just like that, doesn't he? This is from back in the day when it was really hard to find these types of colors. So Chen says, I wish there was a way to detect them and kind of make it stop. Like there has to be a solution someday for it. I sometimes think I wish I could change the world in 1 second. Me too. It's very frustrating. And not to sound, I'm going to sound pessimistic right now, but we've tried so much. Could you imagine, these are just scammer accounts. Now imagine, I'm going to go back to talking about the counterfeits, and imagine the frustration of the artists that are out there that are being told by collectors and other reborn artists, like the sculptors that are out there that are being told by their colleagues that, oh, well, you just need to do the proper copyrights and get that stuff taken down. And, you know, Bonnie, if you were just doing copyrights the way Laura is, Laura's stuff, like Katie pointed out, Laura's stuff is still being counterfeited and is still on Amazon illegally counterfeited. Okay, Amazon, eBay, they are no friend of the reborn community. So, and then you have all these scammer accounts. I mean, literally taking people's pictures and using them to try to, you know, steal money and rip people off. It's awful. Oh, I wonder if I could do these. Are these too much? These little Uggs? I have these Uggs. Oh, but I don't know where the other one's at. I want to put these. Oh, here they are. I found them. I think I'm going to do these. I have to take the tags off. So yeah, so could you imagine if just as collectors we're frustrated, how frustrating this must be for the sculptors. It is very frustrating and daunting, more daunting than people think it is. It's not. I think one of the hugest misconceptions that, and I was talking to Katie about this earlier, one of the hugest reasons why there's this misconception that all you have to do is get the proper copyrights to take down these illegally listed fake reborn kits that have, you know, these counterfeited reborn kits off of Amazon or eBay. That's one of the biggest misconceptions that's floating around the community, and it's being perpetuated by really, really low life people. Um, I don't know, have any other way to say it. It was people with no scruples. Um, is the fact that all you have to do is get your copyright stuff in order, and boom, you're going to have, eBay, Amazon and eBay are going to cooperate with the sculptor. And, and then also blaming the sculptor. It's your fault for not getting the proper. Well, guess what? Even when Laura Lee Eagles did get some things taken down, there are still others that keep popping up. They keep popping up and they won't stop. And I know that Bountiful Baby had won some lawsuits in regards to the copyright stuff. And I don't know if they've completely eliminated being counterfeited. I don't know that. So maybe that'll be something to revisit next week. Maybe Heather can help me with that. Maybe, I don't know. But as far as I still see counterfeits of dolls of artists who have tried to present the proper copyrights and still are not being heard and still are being ignored. We constantly report scammer pages on Instagram, on eBay, on Amazon, on Facebook, and it doesn't matter to no avail, because guess what? We get reports back from Facebook. Oh, we found nothing wrong with these, so they continue to allow them to exist. All I can do now is when I see people using my dolls or, images of my friends, I just warn other people, report and block, because at this point, collectively, all we have is this almost, it's like one of those sugar pills that they give you. They're like, this is going to make you better, but it's actually just a sugar pill. And for a while that was working. We were kind of believing that it was effective, but the reporting system isn't effective. It's not effective. eBay doesn't care. Facebook doesn't care. They went and deleted and banned so many established artists from Facebook. Mercedes, Jacqueline Cassidy, so many established, that's just to name two, so many established artists that have had accounts and been using it as selling accounts on their Facebook have been banned by Facebook for no reason. For absolutely no reason. So there's that. That adds to the frustration that they don't even take down scammer accounts that are having people send them money for dolls they're never going to send. And not just that, maybe not just dolls they're never going to send, but maybe they send them those really janky looking dolls that I've seen a few people in this community open up. I have never owned a counterfeit. I would never own a counterfeit. I don't buy counterfeit anything, just on principle. Ethical consumerism is a real thing. It's a real thing in this community as well. It is important to collectors. It's important to sculptors. So I'm all about ethical consumerism. So I don't buy counterfeit, never have, never owned a counterfeit doll, ever. Not a fake. I've bought Ashton Drake. Those are not counterfeit. Those are legitimate. The Ashton Drake is a legitimate business that has their own sculpts and their, but that's a whole different thing. Unless you repaint it, strip it and repaint it, then it's a Reborn, but or else it's just an Ashton Drake. But I just want to put that out there. By the way, nice to meet you, Ines, and everyone officially. I'm Chen. Hi, Chen. Nice to meet you, and thanks for hanging out here. Aw, thank you, Fallen Angels. OxyClean, soak for 30 minutes or up to 3 hours. Yep. They have come up with new generation of counterfeits. Counterfeit Miracle by Laura Lee Eagles. Oh, you like the Uggs? Someone sold a friend of mine a counterfeit Miracle for $900, and she is pressing charges. It's illegal to sell counterfeits. Bianca Franca was she's in Germany. She's a prototype artist from Germany. She last year talked about a situation that she had where she accidentally bought a counterfeit kit from someone, and she sued them and won. Now that's those are the laws. She was able to, you know, do something effectively, but it's still, that one lawsuit doesn't change the whole counterfeit situation. But yeah, Bianca Franca is a good example. She bought a counterfeit by accident. She sued the person who sold it to her. She won the court case. I don't know what she got out of it, but oh yes, I'm sorry. There's Fallen Angels talking about Bianca Franca. She won a court case after being sold a fake in Germany, and that person went to jail. Oh, okay, so they went to jail. Fallen Angel says yes, ban legit artists for human trafficking. Yes, that's what they're doing. They're accusing these artists that are selling dolls, because they've been using the word baby on Facebook, of human trafficking. So you got to be careful how you word things on Facebook, because the algorithms, it, like I said, they're punishing our community, but they're not doing anything about the actual scammers, no matter how many people are reporting them. Artists will always be ignored because they just don't care about anything. They care about the money and all. I hate when people say it saves money. It's like stabbing the artist in the back. Yeah. That is why I'm very careful with my wording on my posts with my dolls. I say things like uh, fledging or progeny. I don't know how to pronounce that first word. Fledgeny. Um, I would never buy anything counterfeit. I'll make sure that the brands I buy from don't use human trafficking or slavery to process and create their product. I care about the environment and sustainability. I prefer not to buy things with chemicals and toxic agents. Ethical consumerism is very real. I talked about that too. People don't like when I bring that up, but I did talk about ethical consumerism and the fact that there is a market for ethical consumerism. There is not even a niche. It's just becoming more and more prominent in our markets. Um, valuing the environment, and I don't care even if they do it out of guilt. Most people do a lot of this, well, because it starts off as a guilt thing, right? So they've been guilted into buying by shopping ethically. And I understand that ethical consumerism is also attached to having money. I know there's this whole debate about going vegan, or vegetarians, and both vegans and being vegetarian still contributes to the mass, agriculture, mass farming, like the huge farming industry, which is also detrimental to our environment. So I get that there's these arguments that it's kind of attached to being rich to be able to buy authentic things. But in the end, it still drives our market. It's still important. I'm not one to think that, when in, I don't like I don't believe in that whole Gandhi, be the change. I don't propagate that message, like be the change, because I don't believe in individualism. I believe in collectivism. I believe that collectively we can make change, and we have to be like uniform about it. We have to all be on the same page about it. But the way the resistance, dun 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 dun. But the resistance that I've caught here on that a lot of us have caught here on YouTube, it's YouTube really, because it's not really happening that badly. That on whatchamacallit, let me put this in here, on Facebook. I mean, I know there are Facebook groups that are for people who own fakes. I know that. I get it. But it's more than frowned upon. You do something like the fake stuff. You try to sell fake things, counterfeits. You support counterfeits. You buy counterfeits. It's it's not unfortunate. It's the way things are. Okay, I'm just telling you guys the way things are. I'm not doing it like to. I'm warning you. Basically, take this in advice, okay? Take this as a serious advice. You buying a counterfeit and painting a counterfeit or offering counterfeits for sale in this community, in this Reborn doll community, it is career ending, okay? It is career ending stuff. You will be trying to dig yourself out of that, maybe never. It's one of those unforgivable things within our community. Okay, yes, it's not murder, okay? Yes, it's not, you haven't kidnapped a child or something, but it's more than just frowned upon here. It's not just frowned upon. You will ruin your business. You will ruin your reputation. You will ruin your career here if you're trying to make a real go at this. It is career ending stuff. I don't make those rules because I have zero say in oh my god, doesn't he just look gorgeous in this? I have zero say. I have a lot of opinions. That's one thing. I'm a person with a lot of opinions. What are opinions, right? The opinion is an opinion. But I have zero say. I'm not the one who owns the Reborn community. I don't own the Reborn community. I'm not a distributor. I'm not a sculptor. I'm just somebody that likes to talk about, and you guys know this is, I have a lot of opinions here at my channel. You're going to get opinions. You're also going to get cool stuff like styling and cool people in the chat. But it wasn't my decision. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get these little, it has all these little sharp taggy things on here. I'm not sure if I want to do, those don't really, I'm not feeling it that much. Should I go with the brown or should I go with, where are you? With the gray? The brown, marron or gris? Oh my god, do you guys hear that? I don't know if you guys could hear that. I don't know if you guys heard that long snore there. That was Thurston. He's behind me. He's actually just snoozing away on the bed. So gray or brown, marron or gris. Okay, there's some good stuff in here. Let me read your guys' good stuff. Okay, so My Little World says nothing can be done about the counterfeits. The only thing we can do is make sure people know it's wrong. And people here should stop supporting channels with counterfeits. Give the message out there. Get the message out there. Fallen Angel says, exactly, Katie. That's why there is absolutely no forgiveness for people who publicly open and advocate for fakes. Chan's Art says, totally agree. We need to show how it's wrong and how it affects the artists themselves. Artists that support counterfeits and sell them should be banned. Fallen Angel says, this community is very forgiving in so many ways, on so many levels. But counterfeiting is something that is unforgivable, and you will ruin your reputation forever. There is no turning back. That's true. That's true. Fallen Angel says, the sweater over the romper is so freaking cute. And she says the gray. Erica says gray. Vivian says gray. Reborn Nursery. Roseberry. Hey girl. Gray. Okay, so I think I'll do gray. Everybody likes the gray. There's a little bit of gray, very light gray here. Oh my God, he's so gorgeous. Man, this baby cute. The Bobby is having, there's going to be, see, I don't have all the information, but Bobby from Trueborns is doing a doll show in North Carolina. I don't remember when it is, but it's this year. And I believe she posted the other day that the real actual Levi will be there doing kind of like a meet and greet, kind of like just being there so people can maybe take their dolls, and don't get too creepy on the kid now, okay? Personal space, okay? Remember, it's a kid. But if you, I think it would be kind of cool. You pose your doll with the actual Levi. Oh my goodness. Yeah, the gray looks good. The gray will do. Well, this just like, well, let me put the brown on just so we can see. Just for seeing. That's the brown. It's too much brown, right? Too many like brownish shades. And that's the gray. Oh, I need some water. Okay, so Fallen Angel says the doll show is in June, I believe. Yeah, I just remembered it was this year. I just couldn't remember when exactly. So this is still in the very, very early stages of planning it, because my plate is really full, but I really have been wanting to organize another doll meetup. So, and I've been saying this for probably the past 2 years that I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I'm still busy as hell. Like, my life isn't mine. Okay. It does not belong to me. It belongs to the people I love and our family business. But I am going, I live in Southern California, and I'm in the inception, just the thought has already been put out there. I've been actually thinking a lot about it during like the holidays and stuff. And I always did really enjoy the meetups I would go to, but that group kind of, what do you say when it's kind of, people are just busy, I think. And so it's not really happening, so much with the group I used to go to. Like, there's not really anything being organized. So I started thinking, well, maybe I'm 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 going to organize a meetup. I'm hoping that I can do it for Easter. I already spoke to one other like person that's in the Southern California area. By all means, if you live anywhere in California, you can come. I don't care. It's up to you because you'll have to be the one driving. And picking the spring because it's been really cold and I don't want it. And it's been raining like so much out here. Like, we're just not used to this, guys. We're not used to this. I'm not used to this. Um, so it'll be for around Easter sometime. Um, I'd like to do it indoors, possibly. I will have more details about it. So let's get together. Um, I always used it as a really fun opportunity. We play games. I would always do kind of like a potluck thing. Everybody bring something to eat. Um, it's kind of informal, but it's with dolls. I have to say this up front. No children under 12. I would prefer no children at all, but even my youngest daughter used to join in on the um, meetup, so I was, you know, but she's of a different kind. She's like very, like, her manners are really good, but I've been to meetups where there was like toddlers, and I just would get anxious about it. And I know there's other meetup groups that have rules about no children. So tentatively, no children under 12, tentatively for right now, but I may say no children at all, but we'll see. That's just them's the breaks. I want it to be adult time. So So yeah, so that's what I have in mind so far. We usually would do them outdoors at parks. The meetup that I organized a few years ago, we actually went to a doll show, but it was a whole different type of doll show. They were antique dolls and bears and Barbies. It wasn't really a reborn. There wasn't a single reborn for sale there, except for our reborns. And then the people of that had that doll. It was in Pasadena, California. And the doll show that we went to was in a cool place. It was the location of the doll show was actually in Old Town, Pasadena, across the street from the Norton Simon Museum. Right up the street, we actually walked to have lunch together at a cheesecake factory. But the doll show itself, they weren't too happy about the reborn doll people being there because we came with strollers. It was a small venue. So that was kind of short sighted. Like I didn't check out how big the venue was going to be. It was just a meeting point for us. So I learning from that experience for me, I don't know that I would do another doll show like that or look to do another doll show. I did have another type of thing in mind. There are a lot of baby expos. So these are expos where a lot of baby products get sold at. So I might do something like that. If not, it'll just be a park. So organizing that, it's in its inception, so hopefully it'll be around Easter, and it'll be very well announced and advertised for anyone who would like to come and do some real life meeting people who collect dolls. And maybe you don't have that many different sculpts, and it'll be an opportunity for you to see sculpts that you haven't seen yet. So we're getting back into the fun part here. Chen says, sometimes I wish I could live in the US. I wish you could come too. Sometimes I go live. Sometimes I go live during meetups, so you might be able to be there too, virtually. Online, so. Yeah, you're in the Bay Area. She's in the Bay Area. Yeah, we could do something. We could even do it in your area. I don't know. I wouldn't mind. But we will. It doesn't have to just be one. But we're gonna test this first one out. Milo World says my group has no kids. It's mommy's time. It's doll adult collector time, right? When I started my group 7 years ago, that was the rule. And until now, my group is purely adult collector group. All the other US groups have kids and people are complaining. Yeah, I know. Even mine had kids, and not that the kids were bad or anything like that. For the most part, like the older kids were really good. They were respectful and everything, so I had no problem with older children. And not that the little children, like the toddlers, were bad or anything. They weren't bad. They were just being toddlers. So they had sticky hands. They would run around, and my dolls and people's dolls would get knocked over onto the floor. So that was something that I wasn't comfortable with. Because we pay a lot of money for these dolls. So, and I don't toss my dolls over my shoulder onto my bed or across the room, and I don't like them falling on the floor, and then toddlers wanting to like grab them. So like I said, they weren't being bad kids. They were just being toddlers, they were just being younger kids. And so it's not their fault necessarily. It's just that it's not the environment for them, because these are collectibles. I understand that people want to categorize them in, we are playing. Me changing the doll is part of the play, right? It is a form of playing, but it's a different form. It's not child play. So it's not Chucky or Chucky's Bride. It's not child play. So it's not that I have anything against kids. I love kids sometimes. But it's just child play this is not the same. There are dolls that are made for child play. They can withstand the rough play of children. Children don't necessarily take care of their things, especially if they're under 12 years old. But these were kids that were like way younger, like 5 and younger, like 3, 5, 6 years old. So it was a little bit different. Like I said, they weren't bad kids. They were just being kids and doing what kids do. So it's not the environment for children, because we are here with our expensive collectible dolls. So it's just not the environment for children. I mean, where would be a good example? Um, I don't know what would be a good example. Can't think of one right now, but I do sometimes go live when I'm at meetup, so I'll think about incorporating that into the meetup. I wish, Heather, I want to, but I don't even know where to begin because I feel like California needs one. California girls are unforgettable. What is it? Daisy Duke's bikinis on top. Yeah, it's something I've been thinking about. Me too, but I don't even know where to begin. But a doll expo would be awesome. But the responsibility, the management of it. I mean, I just can imagine Bobby's probably in like already with running Trueborns and now doing the doll show. But I would love to organize a doll expo. I kind of have the business know-how, but I don't know if I have all the time. It's my thing. That's my thing. But if I would love for there to be one in California. I'd love that. I'd love that for us. I'd love that for California. I mean, we're like, what, 5 hours away from Arizona, Vegas. You know how many other states that are so close? I just, the idea of going to Utah for the Rose Doll show just is not, it's always been like, oh, I might go this year. And I've told people I'm going to go. And I even made plans until, but one of the plans that I made to go to the last attempt that I tried to go to the Rose Doll show in Utah, um, it was a 10-hour drive for starters. Okay, 10-hour drive. We were going to carpool, but what I needed something to be like only a 3-day because I work and I have kids. I'm a single mom, and I needed something to only be 3 hours, or 3 days. I couldn't do. They turned into like a whole week trip with stops in between all the way, and I'm like, oh my, I can't do it. I can't do it. So, and it just didn't feel worth it to fly at that year too. I just didn't feel like it was worth it to fly. Um, I wasn't too interested in a lot of the artists that were going to it, so I kind of was like, that was before the last one before the pandemic, I believe. But like Heather says, I need some real adult interaction. Yeah, I wouldn't want to bring him for so many reasons. I don't get to enjoy my dolls if I have my baby with me. Yeah, I understand. I have kids. I totally know, like, there's things that I want to do, and I'm like, oh, it would be fun for the kids too. But it's you have to like gauge the age appropriateness for it. You'll be running around chasing a toddler and not enjoying what the main reason you're there. You know where to begin. I have a lot of connections. You do a lot of show stuff. You do a lot of like, we're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to talk about this on a serious, seriously. Washington. Oh, I might be going up to Washington too, but that's for another day, another visit. Vampire balls, horror conventions. I did a lot of promotional work too. Even did a celebrity liaisons for several years. See, Heather, you do know how the know-how. It's making the time, right? For me too, it's the time constraints. It's my time constraints. But gosh, I really need something to shift for me here in this community. Besides getting more into the so it's the gray, right? Besides getting more into the silicones, um, right, guys? It's the gray. We'll do the gray. Where's the other one? But it would be, oh, here it is. These are so woolly, and you know how wool feels? It's usually like kind of scratchy. So I think they're meant to be layered over maybe a footed sleeper. Definitely for a real baby, I wouldn't put this on their barefoot because it's so itchy. But he's a doll. There we go. Look how adorbs. Oh my goodness, he's so cute. I don't want to change. Maybe I will. I haven't even photographed her in that outfit, but let me see. Oh, dropping stuff here. I don't know what diaper she has on. I think I'm going to change another doll, but there's Matthias. My gorgeous, gorgeous boy. Oh, I didn't even try on the UGG. Maybe I'll save these for another doll. Let's see, what little, should I give him his bunny? Should I give him his bunny, or let me see what I have here. Those socks and these, but I don't have anything to go with this. Don't mind me, I'm muttering to myself over here. So, my husband also has a lot of connections. Maybe sometime we can all get together and plan something. Yes, I really think we should. I think California needs one. We could test out we could start off slow, meetups. Organizing meetups, just like Katie has been doing for so many years. Philly, please, for a doll show. I wish we could do it in more places, right? US is so spread out. Look at all my friends all over the place. The gray looks good. Thank you, Vivian. Okay, it's the gray. We're doing the gray. Teresa says she loves the gray. Oh, thank you. I know, Chen. He's my favorite too. It's gorgeous. Yeah, it's a nice little contrast. You're right. The other one, the brown, was just like bringing it all like down, like too matchy. So sometimes you just need a little. And he has a little bit of gray. You see that? A little bit of gray there. So it kind of picks up on that. Oh my gosh, he's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Yeah, gorgeous, darling. Okay. I don't know if I want to change her or not. I haven't even photographed her in this. What kind of mom am I? Oh, you know who needs to be changed? Okay. Actually, we're going to keep her. Oh my goodness, I love this doll so much. Oh, love this doll. But I actually have a different one I'm going to change now that I've thought about it a little bit. Because she's still wearing a Christmas outfit. And we can't have that. She's still in her Christmas outfit. Here's my Denver Rose. And we're going to put her in. Let's grab her stuff here. We have her stuff. We have her things. Heather, I'm so serious. I think I want to do this. Well, the meetup is going to be, it's like 50% sure, okay? Because I want this. What am I going to do here? What am I looking for? Were these the ones? These are not the ones. You are not the father. Oh my goodness. Okay, so not to be redundant, I bought this one in that bunny onesie. I also got it in creamy. Because that's how I am. That's how I am. Yeah, that's how I am. Okay, so California does need one. Yeah, we can start out small. We can organize meetups maybe in like the ballroom of random veterans hall. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah. The old Elks, the Elks. The Order of the Water. What was it? What was the Flintstones? The Order of the Water Buffalo or something like that. Oh, thank you. Bring out the new kid on the block. She's wonderful. Oh, there she is. That's because she has her little cousin. There she is. Look at these toes. We're gonna put this on her, I think. Maybe, maybe not. I might want to put something footed on her. Let's see what this is. That's cute. That's adorable. I don't know if I put these. Did I put this on her yet? Have I done? Okay, we're gonna do pandas. I think we're gonna go for the pandas. Yes. She's so cute. I think we're gonna do pandas for her. Let me take this tag off. I honestly don't even know if I've done the panda yet with her. But okay, is that really all I have for her? Oh, I have this, but I'm not sure if I'm feeling this. No, I don't know what I'm feeling for her. I have a few options here when it comes to her that I haven't done. And I honestly am a little bit annoyed right now because I can't find. Was this it? This wasn't it. Oh, I can't find something that I bought for her. I think I bought it. Now I'm wondering if I even bought it at all. Maybe I never did. Maybe I never, ever. Maybe I didn't buy it. Wow, I think this is going to be so huge for her. Nope. Her head is really small. Maybe. I never bought it. Look at her little bunny in the nest. I love these bunnies. Oh, you can't see the bunny. Scoot her over. Huh. I'm confused here, but let me see. Yeah, thanks. Yes, you run after that baby. It's okay. You're good. You're good. I'm a little bit annoyed with myself right now because I thought I had bought something, but now I'm thinking I maybe didn't. Oh no, that dress is too big for her. Big. All right, let me just. We're just gonna go with this panda outfit. Since I can't find something that I thought I bought, but this was her little Christmas outfit. It had little gingerbread cookies, little cookies on there. See a little gingerbread man. The sweater looks cute on her. But we're gonna take that off. And we will my little bunny. She is so small. I still haven't reweighed her. I need to reweigh her. I need her less puffy and more. Okay, so we have a print on here. It's a little panda bear print. It's white with a little black and white panda. You see, you have the panda. He's like sitting on his bottom there, eating some bamboo. You have him kind of roaming around. They're rolling around, walking there. And then these two are cute right there. He's cute. That one's cute right there, isn't he? That's cute. And I got these in preemie size. They're footed, so I don't have to worry about the socks. And I haven't tried this on her, but I think it should fit her just fine. Hopefully it's not too small. Oh, actually, I'm going to put her preemie diaper on. I'm going to take these little Joeys off. The little Joeys work for her, but she does have a preemie diaper that I bought. So we will put the preemie diaper on this one. I've owned Denver Rose like about, let me see, I think I've owned 1, 2. This is my third Denver Rose that I've had. I've had Denver Rose has kind of been a staple, also like very recognizable, even at the beginning of my channel. I sold my second Denver Rose to Roseberry. She has the Severine Perret one. And I bought another kit before she sold out because I just really love this beautiful kit, this beautiful face. I love Marita Winter's sculpts. So let me zoom in on her a little bit here so you guys can see her up close. So she's totally gorgeous. I love the realism of this. Marita Winters makes beautiful faces, but Marita is one that a lot of her faces look the same, like I was talking about earlier. But anyways, so she's wearing now the little preemie diaper. The very first Denver Rose that I had, she was like a little redhead. I still have her, but I'm gonna try to sell her, or I might keep the kit and strip it because just not really feeling the painting or the red hair on it. And I might, if I sell her, I'm gonna sell her for really, really cheap. Not this one. It's a different one, which I'll have to show in a different video. But the second one I owned, she originally came with jointed arms and jointed legs, and I sold her off to someone and they changed out her body. Or maybe I changed out the body. I can't remember who changed the body, but I didn't really like the jointed limbs. But sometimes I think like for preemies, you know, especially a preemie, no matter what weather it is, you're not going to be really putting, you're not really going to be putting any, what do you call it? Like summery clothes too much. They're still going to be wrapped up and bundled up a lot. So I think you can get away with the jointed, the full limb jointed. I do like the way the jointed body, what it did for her legs. It made them more swingy. They didn't make them as, it didn't look as straight like this. They spread them out a little bit more. So the jointed one made it look more realistic as far as the legs, more realistic, like a real newborn baby. But what I didn't like about the jointed body was that you can see it underneath. You couldn't wear, you know, sleeveless, and you could see it underneath diapers and things like that. So let's just get her dress really quick here. And I was watching, I don't know who watches Better Call Saul, there's going to be a little bit of a spoiler alert here. But I've been watching Better Call Saul, and I've been waiting forever for this most recent season. I think it's season 6 that I've been waiting for ages, and it's just so annoying that Europe usually gets that season first, so they've had it for a while. I feel like I've been waiting forever to get that season, the latest season. That looks good on her. But I'm not done watching it, but something happened so shocking. I don't know if you guys watch Better Call Saul, so spoiler alert. I'm not going to say who it was, but they killed somebody that just shocked me. I mean, I thought I felt sad the last episode when they killed somebody I really liked and really didn't want any harm to come to this person. And I was like sad by that. But this next episode where they killed someone, a very key character, shocked me. I had to rewind it like 5 times to let it sink in that they killed this person off. I could, and then in the manner that this person was killed, and not only does it just break your heart even more, and that's something, I mean, it breaks your heart, but it just was so shocking. It was just shocking. And I noticed that with Better Call Saul and in comparing it to Breaking Bad kind of did the same thing. I'm going to talk about Breaking Bad because it's over. So if you haven't finished watching, I'm just going to let you know in Breaking Bad, they kill Hank, the DEA agent that was Walter White's brother-in-law. That one shocked me and broke my heart too, because at the end of the day, as kind of obnoxious as Hank can kind of be, he was ultimately the purest person among all those characters. He was a good person, a genuinely good person that was trying to do the right thing and loved his family and cared about everybody and tried to take care of everyone. And the way he died also killed me and broke my heart. So there's a character similar, not their characters are not similar like the way they've been written, but also is similar in the sense that they're innocent, that they're the purest person, that they really don't try to harm anybody. They do no harm. This person also was killed in such a shocking way. Just like, so it reminded me of when Hank was killed in Breaking Bad. So I was really shocked by that. It's not available here in the US unless you buy it. So I bought it on Prime because I don't have TV or cable and stuff, so I don't watch it. I don't know if it's airing already, but I went ahead and bought it on Amazon Prime. I was like, it's $25 for the whole season. I'm going to buy it. So I paid for it and just started binge watching it. And I got to this episode where this character that they killed just broke my heart and just shocked me. I can't believe it's still, like, I couldn't even sleep good last night because of it. Because I watched it last night and I couldn't. It was too shocking. Should I do a red bow? Or this maroon bow? Let me see what you guys are saying. All right, thanks, Chenzart, for hanging out. Vivian says she's beautiful. I will, if you're still around, Heather, I will text or call you and we'll discuss all our plans. Hey, one sleeping angel. And hello, Oriente. Aw, thank you. So I'm down to the bows. Either I do the red, or is that too like Christmassy? Or I do this one right here, like kind of burgundy-ish, purplish. We'll put it up against her head right there. I could do that one, or this is kind of a teal. Or that one. What do you guys think? This one? Or this one? I think you guys are feeling the red one. Rosemary says the burgundy. Rosemary says, I know what you mean about the TV shows. Oh, Game of Thrones Red Wedding shook me. Yes, the Red Wedding. I'm watching Game of Thrones again for like the fourth time, I think, or the third time. I watched it on my own one time, and then my daughter and her boyfriend started watching it, so I had to watch it with them, and I watched it a second time, and yeah, this is the third time I've started watching Game of Thrones again. I love it. I love it. Game of Thrones is just so good. And the Red Wedding. And I'm actually at the part right before the Red Wedding, because I'm at the part where Robb Stark and his soon to be bride have they had to redo the, because you know how he was promised to the other guy's daughter, and he falls in love with that one girl, I just don't remember her name. And I'm at that part right now. I'm at the, like, I'm right before the Red Wedding, so I'm about to get into that one probably tonight again, the Red Wedding. So, but how about that revenge from Arya? Oh, that was the best. The girl with no name. That was the best. Okay, so Vivian says red, one burgundy, two red, two burgundy, two red. Red adds more color to the outfit. Mm-hmm. Oh, I love Vikings too, girl. That's why we're friends. We like the same things. Oh, I forgot I was going to show her little belly plate, but oh well. I forgot to put it on her. I think I'm going to do the burgundy. Wait, I got to see it on my, hold on, let me see. It's because it's kind of dark. And then there's this color. I see how the red brightens everything up. I think we'll do the red. I probably wouldn't do anything at all if she was real though, but just, there we go. We'll do the red. Oh, look at her. Precious. So precious. All right, guys. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Thanks for joining me in the chat. And I hope I didn't miss too many people on here. But thanks for hanging out. We'll revisit the meetup information and organizing that. If you live in Southern California and you want to be part of planning it, hit me up on Instagram. It's better if I can see who you are, have a feel of what, you know, just you as a person. Email's a little bit just too ambiguous, but it'll be in Southern California, and then we'll see about that. So that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed seeing the babies, and stay safe out there, stay warm, and I'll see you guys again soon. Thank you for my mods. Go subscribe to Fallen Angels. She is an artist. And to my, you guys know, my little world. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you again soon.